you want a chocolate? I could eat about 1.5 million of these. My mom always said life was like a box of chocolates.
Hold on a second. Why is life in films always compared to boxes of chocolates, roller coasters, books, but not to any scientific stuff, like physical laws or an electron?
Hello there, my name is Kua, and I know this question doesn't make any sense, but let me show you what I mean.
A few weeks ago, during solid state physics lecture, we talked about electrons and how they move through the material, and they keep going until they hit an obstacle. But they don't stop, they just keep going. So I started thinking, at least that's what I understood from that lecture, because later I spaced out and started thinking, isn't that just like in our lives, that we keep going and we always follow our goals, follow our dreams, till we hit an obstacle, the rock bottom, but we don't give up, we keep on going. So I did a little research, and I don't think that anyone has ever compared life to an electron.
Which is strange, considering how good that metaphor is. So I started wondering, why is there no physics in the cinema? And I found a reason why. That's because people that make the films, make movies, were art students back in the day. And art students are afraid of physics. That's why there's no physics in the cinema.
So the next question was, how do I make physics more appealing and more interesting to people who don't like mathematics, formulas, and graphs? And my first idea was to make a game. And since I developed many games before, the technical side wouldn't be a problem. Just that, what type of game will I make? Is it going to be an FPS where you shoot each other, or an RPG where you become a wizard, or a massive 200-player server? Well, in the end I decided to go with another idea, to make an old school, retro game, endless runner, where you just have to beat your record. Something like a dinosaur game when you don't have internet. So I opened Unity and started working. I spent some time playing around with the game engine, and then I decided on the final design of the game. An electron moving left and right, trying to avoid nuclei inside of the material, trying to move as far as possible before hitting one. Then I did some Google research, and I found out that there's something called mean free path, and that electrons on average travel different distances in different materials at different temperatures. And to make things simple, I decided to go with semiconductors, because their mean free path is between 10 to 100 nanometers, and that will also be a score for players in the game. Now was the time to draw everything, the art time. But how do I even start? How do I draw nuclei? How do I draw an electron? So I got some ideas on the internet, and then I started drawing and drawing and drawing, and to be honest, I'm happy how it turned out in the end. But drawing sprites is only half of the artwork that has to be done for the game. Another half is music. So I plugged in my guitar, my piano, and I composed something. But I don't think that's the vibe I'm going for. So sometimes the most simple solutions are the best ones. So I went for it. I made soundtrack and beatbox, very simple UI software for making music. And after that, all the pieces of the game were ready to be put together. So I started testing and testing, and the game was fun to play, but it was way too easy. The electron was moving just right and left on the x-axis, and it was too easy to avoid the nuclei. So I thought of a way to make it harder, and I decided to add an electron spin. How? There's no way I can represent that in 2D, and I don't even know what it is exactly, but I added electrons spinning right and left whenever you want to move, made it way harder, and the game was way more fun to play. So I'm presenting to you the CrystalRunner. I know, the music is fabulous and the game looks fantastic. No, but seriously, you have to give it a go. There's a link in the description to play online, or you can download the game. I think it runs better and you can get higher scores, and I've been playing a lot, even though I shouldn't because I have college. But it's really fun to play and it's really frustrating when you die. So my highest score is 55. You can play it. Let me know if you can get a higher score in the comments. Send it to your arch friend. And yeah, leave a like, subscribe, and see you in the next game.